again. Novice drivers must save this video. 1. What should I do if there is a car lying sideways in front of me when turning? When the front hood covers half of the front tire, you can pass it by turning the steering wheel all the way. 2. While waiting for traffic lights, when the front hood just overlaps the tires of the vehicle in front, stop the car. In this way, even if the car in front breaks down, we can turn the steering wheel to the end and drive away safely. 3. When the red light comes on, stop the car when the front hood coincides with the zebra crossing. Keep a safe distance from pedestrians and non-motorized vehicles crossing the road. 4. When turning, if there are road steps in front of you, when the front hood just covers it. At this time, no matter which direction you turn, you can pass smoothly. 5. When pulling over, stop when the front hood does not exceed the upper edge of the rear bumper of the vehicle in front. The distance at this time is almost 1.2 meters. At this time, turn the steering wheel all the way and drive out without scratching the front of the car, which is very safe. Absolutely practical car knowledge.
3 points. Sit in the car. You can accurately know the position of the wheels. After driving, it will be difficult to scratch. First of all, the left side of the steering wheel is the position of the left wheel. We use chalk to draw it. The joint in the middle of the wiper is the position of the right wheel, and it is also drawn. In this way, when you pull over to park, as long as the marking position coincides with the side of the road, slowly return to the steering wheel. At this time, the distance is just 30 centimeters. When crossing the width limited pier, as long as the left side of the steering wheel and the edge of the width limited pier overlap, you can drive straight ahead and pass safely. The second is to master the limit distance of the front of the car and make good use of the parts of the body. When parking, when the tail light of the next car overlaps with the lower right corner of the glass. At this time, as long as the steering wheel is full, it can directly shift the gear from D to P, then pull up the handbrake and leave. This kind of parking operation is incorrect. Because you directly mount the P gear, the force point of the whole vehicle will be on the locking gear of this P gear, not on the handbrake. So when you start the vehicle again and put it in gear, there will be a click and it will be very difficult. If this operation continues for a long time, the gearbox will be directly strapped. Today, I will teach you the correct parking method for automatic transmission cars. After we stop the vehicle, first shift the gear from D to N, then pull up the handbrake, and then put this gear into P. This is correct. Follow me and go to the home page to learn more about...
When opening the door to get out of the car, stare at the door handle of the car next to you. When the door handle is on the same level as your door frame, no matter how you open the door, you will not hit the car next to you. Second, when adjusting the left rearview mirror, adjust the front door handle to the lower right corner. When adjusting the right rearview mirror, adjust the door handle to the lower left corner of the rearview mirror. At this time, looking at the steps on the side of the road or the car coming from behind, the vision is very good. Third, look in the right rearview mirror when parking sideways. When you see the front door handle just intersecting the road steps, turn the steering wheel full left. The car entered the parking space without any problems. Fourth, when driving, if a car is parked directly in front of you, stare at the door handle. Hit the brakes as soon as you can barely see it. At this time, the distance is about 10 centimeters.
Ooh.
Have you learned it? Follow me to make a friend.
The crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin, all of this innovation will be the 12th sector of the S&P. Now, why do I say that? Because Bitcoin is not a coin, it's software. Ethereum is software. Avalanche is software. Helium is software. Solana is software. It's all software. And the smartest hands over keyboards today in the world are developing on the chain and bringing innovation to financial services, which in the end is the largest sector on earth. I predict...
Don't go. Look, you scratched my car. It's a new car. When you open the door, didn't you know to take a look at my doorknob?
Why am I looking at your doorknob? Our doorknob used to open doors.
You don't even know the secret of the door handle. What kind of car are you driving? First, when you open the door and get off the car, keep an eye on the door handle of the car next to you. When the door handle is on the same level as our door frame, no matter how you open the door at this time, you will not touch the car next to you. Second, adjust the front door handle to the lower right corner of the rearview mirror. When adjusting the left rearview mirror, and adjust the front door handle to the lower left corner of the rearview mirror. When adjusting the right rearview mirror, the car has the best view. Third, when reversing the car, stare at the middle of the front door handle. When it coincides with the back steps, the rear of the car is just 30 centimeters away from the steps. Look, is it exactly 30 centimeters? Woo! Have you... 5 life-saving operations for driving in rainy days. First, after getting in the car, turn off the automatic start-stop function first, because the engine is prone to out in deep water. If it is started again, it is very easy to cause the engine to be scrapped, and the repair cost is particularly high. Second, when it rains, the glass is easy to fog, which affects the driving vision. Turn on the front windshield defogging function as soon as you get in the car. This will make the field of vision very clear. Third, don't press this button. It's the vehicle stabilization system button. Once pressed, the risk of vehicle skidding and rollover will be greatly increased. Fourth, be sure to turn on the vehicle's fog lights, because the penetrating power of fog lights is particularly strong. It can prevent rear-end collisions. Fifth, when it rains, it is very easy to hang water droplets on the rearview mirror. Many people think that their car does not have a mirror heating function. In fact, just turn on the rear windshield defogging function. The lens will automatically heat up. Follow me to make a friend who knows cars.
Today, I will tell you that we can replace the things on the car ourselves. For example, if the lens of this rearview mirror is broken, don't replace the whole thing. Reach into the gap with your hand, and with a light push, the lens will be removed. After removing it, go to a convenience store and buy a similar lens for $1. Align this lens with the base of the rearview mirror and gently push it in. When you hear a click, the lens is in place. When I get into the car and turn on the ignition, it says that the car key is not recognized. In fact, the car key is out of battery. Follow the gap behind the key, and with a light push, the cover can be snapped off. Remove the battery and go to the convenience store. Buy the same battery for $1. Install it. Install the cover. Fire! Look, it worked once. Follow me. Learn car knowledge every day.
Also, we're going to show you how to properly park your car. Stop your vehicle when its front bumper is half of the way past the parking space and turn the wheel towards the parking spot. Now that you are in between the lines, keep the wheel straight and park. If you get locked inside the car, do not worry because there's a small thing in the back where you can place the car key to open the doors. If the car transmission is not working, look out for this yellow thing and unblock it. This is the light that shows that there's something wrong with the car's engine.
You're doing it wrong. Today, I will tell you how to open the car windows to be cooler than the air conditioner, and it is very fuel efficient. Listen up, it's so easy. First of all, open the driver's window halfway. Open the diagonal rear windows halfway. This way, the hot air in the car will be quickly discharged. The wind blowing in is very pleasant. Second, if the smell in the car is strong, let's close one window alone. Open the other 3 windows. That's it, the smell is gone. Third, if someone is smoking in the car, make sure you open the window on his side with a gap of 2 fingers. That way, the outside of the car is like a range hood. The smoke will still go out. Fourth, when the window is open, the noise is very loud. In fact, we can open one half of the window separately. Don't move the other windows. Then open the sunroof January 3rd. This way, not only the noise is small, and the wind that blows in will be soft and pleasant. Finally, it should be noted that not only open a rear window, or all the windows down, in this way, will not only make the people in the car uncomfortable, but also increase the fuel consumption of the car. Have you learned it?
Where the left wheel is. Chalk it out. The knuckle in the middle of the wiper is the position of the right wheel. Chalk it out. So when you pull over, as long as the marked position coincides with the side of the road, slowly return the steering wheel. At this time, the distance is 30 centimeters. When over limit, wipe here. As long as the left side of the steering wheel coincides with the edge of the width limiting pier, drive straight ahead to pass safely. Secondly, it is to master the limit distance of the front of the car. This is to make good use of the parts on the car. When parking, when the taillight of the car next to you coincides with the lower right corner of the glass. At this point, the steering wheel is full. You can safely back into the parking space. Finally, when turning the corner is the curb ahead. When the hood and curb meet, 1 meter away. As long as the steering wheel is full, it's safe to pass. How about it changed after 5,000 kilometers? The air filter needs to be replaced after 10,000 kilometers. Clean the throttle valve at 20,000 kilometers. Clean the fuel injectors for 30,000 kilometers. Replace antifreeze after 40,000 kilometers. Replace spark plugs at 50,000 kilometers. Replace brake oil after 60,000 kilometers. Replace the transmission oil every 80,000 kilometers. Replace the timing belt every 100,000 kilometers. Click like to collect this video. Follow me to learn car knowledge. If you don't remember these car maintenance knowledge, your money will be drained by the repair shop. Engine oil needs to be changed after 5,000
The lights
kilometers.
behind the car is too harsh. Just press the small wrench under the rearview mirror. You can turn on the anti-glare function. Finally, in case you are trapped in the car, this time do not be afraid. We put down the rear seats. Then climb into the trunk. Give me your phone. Find this little switch on the trunk lid. Follow the direction of the arrow and press it gently. Then you can open the trunk for emergency escape. Follow me, learn car knowledge every day. The 3 hidden functions of the car you definitely don't know. Especially the last one, the critical moment can save your life. First, when driving brake failure, don't panic. Hold the electronic handbrake tightly with your hand and don't let go. The vehicle will be able to stop steadily. Hole in our fuel tank cover. This is where the fuel tank cap is placed. Second, I don't know how much gasoline is suitable for my car. Look at this, it will be no problem to add according to this. Third, forgot which side the fuel cap was on when refueling. Let's take a look at which side the triangular arrow on the dashboard is pointing to. Where's the fuel tank cap on the outside of the car? Fourth, we all have a drain hole in our fuel tanks. We must clean it up in time. Otherwise, the rainwater will enter the fuel tank. It is easy to cause vehicle failure. Fifth, the fuel tank cap won't open, so don't rush to pry it. We open the trunk. There is a fuel tank cap emergency pull ring on this side of the fuel tank cap. Let's pull slightly and the fuel tank cap can be opened. Follow me. Make
Cars
a
on a
friend.
narrow road. We only need to look at the lower left corner of the windshield, as long as the lower left corner is lower than the headlights of the other vehicle. Whether it is an SUV or a sedan, you can pass it directly. The same method can be used to pass cars on the right. Second, keep an eye on the front hood when parking on the side. When the hood extends beyond the lower edge of the rear bumper of the car in front, you can stop at this time. The distance is only 1 meter. If we keep this distance, we can get out of the warehouse safely as long as we turn the steering wheel fully when leaving the warehouse. Then, if there is a curb behind you when parking, we only need to stare at the front handle from the rearview mirror. When the center position of the front handle coincides with the curb, the distance is exactly 30 centimeters. Third, when crossing the wide pier, we only need to look at the left side of the steering wheel. If it is in a straight line with the stone pier, we can pass safely at this time. Fourth, when we turn the corner, there is a curb in front of us. We only need to keep an eye on the front knee. When the front bonnet coincides with the top of the curb, the distance is about 3 meters. We can pass safely whether we turn left or right. If there is a car in front of you when you turn a corner, as long as our front bonnet reaches half of the tires of the car in front, we can pass in the full direction at that time. Have you